Here we are for round 8 in the career mode, and it takes us to Azerbaijan. So, coming into this race, of course, last time out came 11th, so very close to points. But yeah, this time out looking for maybe a points finish. We haven't actually had many this season, so it'll be good if we can get some. So yeah, we're just going to change a few components on our engine because they're getting a bit worn. So yeah, and that really affected us last time out. So especially down the long straights. At Baku, we definitely need the engine performance. So here we are as we cut on to practice, and the first lap we did was only enough to really get us green, but we're going to now try to go for a purple lap. So you can see that first 3 sections nailed. So yeah, it's quite a good track for me, I would say, but I mean it doesn't suit the Renault at all because of course it's got really long straights, and of course Renault aren't the best engine supplier. So yeah, there's our first green. But it still should be a purple lap. We've only made 1 mistake so far. So, there's another mistake. But yeah, so yeah, it should be a purple lap. 50 resource points, and yeah, we can move on. So yeah, just final few corners, nice and tidy. And yeah, it should be a purple. But yeah, another green, but it shouldn't really be much of a problem. So yeah, here we go down the final straight, and sure enough, it is going to be purple. So yeah, we're gonna try to do qualifying pace now, but of course we never really seem to be on pace, and yeah, it wasn't really gonna be today as well. About 7/10 off the pace. So yeah, we're just gonna advance to qualifying and see if for once if we can actually get through to qualifying 2. Of course, we got close last time out, but we never actually got into qualifying 2, which is pretty abysmal. But you never know. So yeah, just you can see that. Practice we are last, but yeah, we went on the medium tyre, so it doesn't really matter. And also, we didn't really do a proper run. So yeah, the team wants us to qualify 11th and beat Kvyat, so that's probably unlikely to do in qualifying, considering that we normally are much better in the race. But here we are, we're going to try to do a good lap now. So you go, just trying to clip the apex in the first corner, run quite wide. And then we're going to clip the apex in the second corner, so quite a good start. I'm going to open the DRS, there's not much we can really do, we're going to be losing time down that straight. We go wide, and that's going to cost us about 2/10. Clip the apex, and yeah, we probably lost another half a tenth on that corner. Quite good there, that was pretty much nailed that corner. Here we're going to go now, get through that right hand, and this is the tricky section, the castle section, but we pretty much nailed that. So it's quite a good lap so far. It's not the best, but we've only made 1 or 2 mistakes. So you can see now we're going to actually turn in a bit early, so that's going to give us a bit of a skids. So we're going to go down final straight, and it's going to be a bit slower than Vettel's time. And it is a 1:45.6, so that's quite a good lap. Only about 2 seconds off Vettel's pace, so which isn't actually that bad to be honest, because the Ferrari is really quite overpowered. But you can see Hamilton just blasted that time out of the water. Anyway, next lap we're about 2.5 tenths up, as you can see there. And we're actually going to return to garage to fit on another set, but because I think it's actually going to rain later on in the session, as you can see there. So we're going to go back out again, and yeah, within 2 minutes it's chucking it down. So yeah, pretty much like English weather, and yeah, that's probably going to have to be it for our session. But we're actually in 13th still, if you see there, so we're actually going to get through to qualifying 2, providing the game doesn't screw us over. And yeah, we qualify in 13th, my favourite number. And yeah, first time in the top 15, so should be good. Hopefully we can get points from there, but of course we've got qualifying 2 coming up. So yeah, I think the team wanted us to get 11th. I think that's going to be quite hard, and actually you can see actually there's a bit of sun there, so I think that it's going to dry out sooner or later. But we're going to do 1 run on the inters, and then maybe do a run on the super softs at the end. But yeah, it's still got quite a long way to dry out, so it's definitely inters for now. Yeah, this lap quite shabby to be honest. It's not the best lap, but we're probably gonna have another go off edit after this. So you can see on this game you lose a lot of time in the wet, which is well what happens in real life. So I quite like that aspect of the game. But you can see we're sliding around, and yeah, we probably should be not be in max fuel mixture, but oh well. You can see that Sainz posts the fastest time, so if we can get close to that, we can probably beat Kvyat, who's meant to be our rival, considering that Sainz and Kvyat are teammates. And well, we're 8 tenths down, but down the straight we're probably going to lose a bit more time. And actually we only lose a tenth, so we're 9 tenths down on Sainz this time, which isn't that great, to be honest. And yeah, we hit the wall there. We were actually 2 tenths up, but we're going to return to garage, and yeah, we're going to see. You can see it's still raining, but we're going to skip time a bit. You can see, yeah, it's definitely drying out soon. And then it says 10 minutes. It's going to be completely dry. So let's just have a look. And actually, yeah, I mean, the soft tyres are still much slower than the Inters. So probably going to do another run on the Inters. So we're probably just going to... Yeah, and we look back again and there's no change. So for now, I think it's definitely Inters. But as we go out, it's actually pretty dry. So we're probably going to come straight back in and try luck on the super softs. But you can see we're actually quite limited for time. So unfortunately on this game, you can't just change tyres on the fly. You're going to have to... Probably going to have to wait a minute for my engineers to actually serve me. But here we go now. Sliding into the pit lane, and you can definitely see it is time for the super softs. Or if not now, it will be definitely so in a few minutes. So yeah, we're going to pit, and now comes the arduous wait. So yeah, you can see the team in no haste to actually put me back into the garage. And that's what I don't like about this game. It just takes forever to change tyres. So yeah, I'm going to change tyres very quickly. You see, we've only got 2 minutes left, so we're going to have to leave now. And yeah, that pop-up probably cost us a few seconds we needed to, because by the time we come out, yeah. I mean, they said 2 minutes, but now it's 1 minute 37, and trust me, you cannot do a 1:37 around Baku, especially in the Renault. So yeah, we're going to have to settle. We're currently 9th, but I'm sure we won't be 9th for much longer. We're just going to have to hope as we retire from session. And it is... Well, we're not even there, so we're actually 14th. So, yeah, we've got Alonso directly ahead of us. So, we're going to see if we can get a few positions in the race. Yeah, at least we can start on whatever time we want. So, yeah, engineer wishing us luck. We're going to change the fuel mix. We're actually going to start on the softs and end on the super softs, so that way we can have a strong finish. So yeah, it's all about trying to get a few positions off the line. So 5 lights, and away we go. It's a mediocre start. Actually get swamped by Verline, but we're going to go back up the inside of quite a few cars, and actually we're up into a 10th, so that's the position we need. And we're going to try to get Hulkenberg as well. Try our luck, but no, he holds it around the outside. But here comes Sainz. Sainz is coming back for seconds, and he actually dives up the inside of my teammate as well, so he's got 2 people in one corner, but her teammate's going to hold it side by side with him, and actually losing a lot of time to, I think, Massa ahead, so he's definitely helping out the guys in front, but we're stuck behind him, and you can see Stroll's now going to try to go up here inside, because we've been held up with these two. They're still side by side, and it's not going to end well through the castle section, and sure enough, Hulkenberg hits the wall, but luckily he doesn't actually, he comes away unscathed. But here we are now, Hulkenberg's going to try his luck on us at the end of lap 2. See, Sainz is completely disappeared on his super softs, and yeah, he's gone off into the distance. So we're now going to try to defend from Hulkenberg, but the more we battle, the more time we're going to waste. We're going to defend again. We don't want to let him pass, even though he's put on the faster tyre, because at the end of the day, we're trying to protect our points position, because right now we've only had 2 points the whole of the season. It's been pretty abysmal, and we're going to still try to hold it around the outside of Hulkenberg. But we've actually tagged him a bit, and he's actually lost the front end, and that's going to allow, I think, it's Stroll through. We tried to block him off, but unfortunately, he manages to find his way through, and that's Ericsson out of the race, so it's going to be a virtual safety car. But yeah, the team aren't going to be happy with me because, well, basically I allowed Stroll past my teammate, which is, well, basically rule number 1 of racing is don't let anyone pass your teammate. But here we are now on the restart. We've actually lost a bit more time to Sainz, because Stroll in that Williams car has incredible straight line speed, so we're going to go to the inside. We're going to try to come across. That was probably a bit aggressive, but we managed to defend from him, and we've got another straight to deal with now, so this should be nice. But here we go now. Going to try to squeeze him into the wall again, parking it in the middle of the track. He managed to defend from Stroll, but there's only a amount of time we can hold him off. He's on the faster tyre, and he's in the faster car in the straight line, and yeah, down this ridiculously long back straight. We're going to get mullered by his straight line speed in the Renault, nowhere near as fast as the Williams, but we're going to try to tag along with him, stay in his DRS, and hopefully defend from Hulkenberg as a result. You can see now, we're going to just stay in standard so we don't overtake him. And actually, Stroll locks up, so that's, well, really bad for him, but not quite bad for us as well, because we were going to use him as actually a toe to get up to his teammate, but because he locked up, we had to actually get past him. And you can see Hulkenberg actually going to do the same with Hulkenberg now. We're going to let him past, and yeah, he actually disappeared, so that didn't work there. And you can see Perez with the Force India straight line speed. We're going to try to defend against him. He actually looks up and tags us a bit, so I mean, we saw at the beginning of the season Toro Rosso's had really bad brake issues, but you can see again Force India not got the best brakes. We're going to try to defend again from Perez, but all this time we're actually dropping off the back of Hulkenberg. As you can see now, so we're going to gain up to Hulkenberg. I actually haven't talked about Sainz, but since it's dive bomb on us, I think he's moved ahead of Massa. I think he's actually in 7th or 8th, so he's done a really good job. But you can see that Perez is actually going to get past us. He's going to lock up, and yeah, that put me off a bit, so I've lost a bit of time. We've got Raikkonen behind us now, so yeah, good luck to us for holding him back. He's in the Ferrari after all. But we actually managed to keep with Perez, but we're not quite in DRS, which is a shame. Actually, yeah, we are. See, one of our engine parts is now yellow, so we're going to really have to sort that out. Maybe the race after next. But you can see Raikkonen pit, and you can see Vettel's also pit, and he's come out right behind us. So we're almost a pit stop behind the leaders. Presuming Vettel is one of the leaders, which I'm sure he is. You can see Perez is actually overtaking Hulkenberg, sorry. Got to point that out. You can see we're just going to let Vettel pass now. Not really in a battle with him. We're going to let him pass. We don't want to go side by side in the castle section, as Hulkenberg showed us. It doesn't work. You can see Ocon's actually behind us now, and Vettel's pulled away. So yeah, Vettel's probably gonna make a move on Hulkenberg, and sure enough, he's making a move on Hulkenberg. Actually, Hulkenberg defends, and you can see Bottas and Ocon overtake me. So Bottas, another front runner who's actually made a pit stop, and he actually locks up, but he's made a pit stop already, and he's already overtaken us. So I mean, we weren't gonna be fighting the top runners, but it's quite a shame, a bit of a shame to be a pit stop down at this early in the race. But we can see now we're down to 12, and because we have a pit stop to make, points are unlikely. But you can see Hamilton's actually retired from the race, so that's going to help us out, because we're now up to 11th. You can see there, yellow flags, so we're going to have to slow down, and Hamilton's actually parked in the middle of the road, which isn't really that helpful. But yeah, Ocon of course stole that points finish away from us on the last lap last time out, so we sort of want revenge on him. So we're going to, we're too far back to make a move, but we're actually up to 8th now as a few more people make their stops. See, Grosjean's already making a stop. He's actually not far behind us. So Grosjean's having a good race, but meanwhile we're trying to hound Ocon, but he's holding for strong. See, up ahead, there's a few more scraps going on, but we're just going to stay behind Ocon because we're definitely keeping with him. So I think the soft tyres are definitely faster than the super softs right now, and we're going to latch on to his slipstream. You can see as we go. I think he's going to peel off into the pits. Yeah, sure enough he does, because the super soft only lasts 12 laps. But I think that's Magnussen who spun out, and as you just have a look from Vettel's on board, Vettel actually gets both of them as Magnussen spins out. I think he tried to stand into the pit lane, and he just got tagged by I think Ricciardo. So Ricciardo actually was in the net lead of the race, and I think he's made a pit stop as well. So I think Ricciardo on a one stop was actually ahead of Vettel, but Vettel got back past him. But still, I think the Red Bulls might actually be trying a one stop, and the leader's trying a two stop. So it's a bit odd that the Mercedes and Ferrari are both trying two stops, and I think Williams are also trying two stops. But it's a bit odd considering that the one stop is definitely faster. I mean, most of us are on the one stop, and I think Vettel and Bottas are going to have a hard time trying to catch up to the Red Bulls. As you can see now, actually in 11th, so I think Massa pitted. So yeah, confirming my suspicions, I think definitely one of the Williams is on a two stop. I think Stroll might be on a one stop though. But you can see Raikkonen actually pits his second stop, and he's already come out and he's overtaken us. So considering that he was behind us in our little train for the first 8 laps, within 12 laps he's getting a pit stop on us. So just shows the ridiculous pace of the Ferraris, and he's going to go off to challenge the people ahead. I think that is, don't know who that is ahead. Might be Ocon or something. I think it might be Hulkenberg actually. You can see now Raikkonen is going to overtake, and yeah, indeed it is Hulkenberg. So Hulkenberg's been overtaken by Ocon, and I think Ocon's well up into the distance. So Force India pace definitely proving strong. And yeah, we're actually in 11th, but you can see Hulkenberg right ahead of us. and this is our chance for points. We're only a second behind them, so this is our one chance to beat our teammate who's been faster than us all year. But here we go now, in a slipstream. We're going to try. He's going defensive. He doesn't want to lose. He doesn't want to be shown up by his younger teammate, but we go round the outside. And that's us up into 10th place. So here we are now. Just going to make sure we can defend our position for the last 4 or so laps. We should have it in the bag, even so Tarware will kick in towards the end of the race, as we are on the super softs. So here we are now. We've actually gained a bit of a gap onto him, but you can see Raikkonen's just overtaken Sainz. And that's 32 seconds behind the leader, which I presume might be Vettel or Ricciardo. So it depends how much time Vettel's actually made up on Ricciardo. So you can see Grosjean now has actually slipped behind Sainz, and you can see this is the last lap, but I think Grosjean's got something wrong with his car. I think Magnussen does as well. So the Haas reliability not really proving strong on the circuit, and we're actually gaining quite a lot on him, but he's about 2 seconds ahead, so I don't know if we can actually get to him. So you can see now Ricciardo actually wins, so yeah, the one stop was faster, and I think it's Red Bull's first win of the season. So yeah, Vettel's 2-stop didn't really work, and just like in real life, Ricciardo wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We're going to come home in 10th, and that's going to be our first points position since China. So yeah, it's quite a good race for us. Of course, yeah, the new engine sort of helped.
Well, this is it. This is where they all want to be. Here come the top 3 then, out onto the podium after a fascinating Grand Prix.
She has a double Red Bull podium, so don't often see those. And you can see Vettel actually came back to second. But yeah, it's going to really affect Mercedes though, because I think Hamilton was out and Bottas didn't get a good finish.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead, the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then, Anthony Davidson. Who would you go for?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Esteban Ocon. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of his tyres, and he showed that today.
And here's how things are shaping up for the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Meanwhile, good work from Force India this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order.
So you can see that the standings, and yeah, Ferrari well ahead of Mercedes. And I think Raikkonen has actually joined with Hamilton, so definitely looks good for Ferrari, but that's going to be it. See you next.